All right, and with that, let's bring on the head coach of the Orange, Fran Brown, brought to you every week by Great Lakes Honda City. Coach, we missed talking to you last week. How you doing?
I'm chilling. I miss talking to y'all, too. Y'all all right?
Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. You know, you guys are coming off the bye week. I was just talking with Paulie about this, that, you know, from the outside looking in, it seems like the bye week came at a good time. You know, not just physically smack dab in the middle of the season, but, you know, Coach, did this bye week come at a good time for your players mentally as well? A chance to kind of reset and you know, a fresh start here going into the second half of the season?
I feel like mentally was the most important piece of it, being able to understand that mentally and being able to get with a lot of the guys who aren't playing, right, to let them know how much you need them on the football team, how much you need them to be able to embrace and enjoy their roles. So that way we can make the run that we need to make for the second half of the year. Talking to the team about finishing out 500 in life. You know, we brung up buying a home, showed them what it was to buy a home. And when you buy a home, how you put a bunch of money down. And then when you go to sell this home at the end, if you don't get any money back and you call that, oh, I broke even. No, you didn't break even. You put all this money down. You lived in the house all this time and then you went to sell it and you didn't get anything. Breaking even is losing. And we don't want to be even. We talked about that, not being even in life, because being even means you lost. And just being able to grow. So, you know, I take everything, and football's a game of life. You can always learn life through ball, and it helped us a lot. And we got to spend time together. We got to understand the way we were practicing with some things that I could always do to just want to get better daily. I think everyone looked in the mirror. So we're excited about the second part.
We have Julian Wiggum, former SU defensive back, on our Orange Nation TV show on a regular basis, and I asked him how coaches generally handle the bye week, and he said it was his experience that, you know, coaches might change it up depending on how they're playing. Like if they're coming off a couple losses, they might work them a little bit harder. If they're coming off some wins, they might get an extra day off. How do you as a coach approach a bye week? How did you handle this latest bye week?
I didn't work them harder because we got some losses, because we worked hard. Regardless, so the losses wasn't because of lack of inability to work hard. It was the losses were because I got out-coached, right? They put at more points than us. It had nothing to do with the players' effort. So we were able to just Sunday, Monday off, Tuesday, Wednesday we practice, Thursday, Friday off, and then we right back Saturday early in the morning, ready to compete, ready to practice. And then we was able to start. That's like an extra day of the week to be able to move. So I was able to get their mental right, get the bodies right. But in the same sense, we still had to live. We still had to go to class. You one day give them a couple of days of just being a normal college student, but still wanted to see you at breakfast check, see you at, you know, later on when we need to see you. But we wanted to make sure you had completely off and just go enjoy college. The campus here is amazing. It's beautiful. The entire bye week, it was 80 degrees here and 70-something. So it was just, it was a good week for our players, mentally and physically.
All right, before we look ahead to Pittsburgh in this next opponent, I do want to revisit what happened on Monday. You know, we carry your press conference every week live on the air. It seemed like you were a little irritated with one question in particular. Can you tell us what happened there?
It was like, I just hate when people be like, these big time schools or this big time that going to come in and they're trying to talk like how you telling me that my job isn't a big time job? Like, how about if I say, why you don't work for a big time reporting company? Or like, to me, I feel like that's disrespectful to myself, to my family, to my players, to our alum, to just everybody. Like, to say, like, one of these big times, like what is Syracuse, right? So that was, I don't know, I felt that was disrespectful, so I don't know, that just irritated me a little bit in that sense of it, if that makes sense. That would be like me telling y'all, hey, how you gonna feel when the big time radio station comes to try to get you guys to go on our big time sports talk, want y'all to come on? Would you take it? Like, you don't think that would be disrespectful, Paulie?
Yeah, it would be. I am big time, no, Coach.
You know what I'm saying?
Coach, you know, you were saying that football is like life, and, you know, it also seems like it's kind of like a soap opera, you know. During the bye week, how do you keep all the outside noise out of the locker room?
I don't worry about it. I mean, it's going to happen. It happens without the bye week. So I just face everything head on. Every little piece that or something that went on, we attack it head on. We don't hide anything. When you're in a family, you got to communicate. The lack of communication and coaches not wanting to pay attention to certain things that may go on, then they don't bring it up. It becomes bigger. I bring it up so we can squash it. I let everyone know, hey, this is going on, this is that, this is going on, this is that. And we'll sit there and I'll make sure I talk to them and I communicate with them, right? I'm the head of the family right now, and the family, everyone in the family needs to know everything. There's no one in the family that isn't old enough not to know what's going on. It's not like, I got a 4-year-old daughter. There's certain things she doesn't know that my 21-year-old knows, right? Or things that the 21-year-old know that the 12-year-old know, because it's a different piece of it. But where they are in life, they're all helping this family and this organization work, so they all get to know. And whenever there's an issue, whenever there's drama, whenever there could be a toxic situation, we got to approach it head on.
Coach, you were saying like everybody thinks they're an expert on sports when they're calling into our radio shows and whatnot, and it's easy to harp on the way the quarterback is playing. What what you're talking about? What are you seeing in growth wise from Ricky Collins?
Just leadership, and getting the trust and the trust in others. I mean, guys got to trust you to play for you. And just being able to have that trust. They trust the culture. They trust me. But like everyone has to earn that trust. And, it took a little bit with Steve. Then Steve started to get it. Then we got hurt. As you can see, we was in a big game with him. And then now it happened with Ricky. And it's coming. It's a part of the time. He's putting the work in. He's constantly working and doing stuff. But it's a trust thing, right? It's they're kids, right? These guys are 18 to 22 years old, maybe 23. So there's a lot of things that they're thinking. Is this right? Is this going to be that? Is this this? I just tell them all, listen, just do your job. We're going to help him do his job while that coach does his job. So if everyone just does their job, it'll help Ricky out a little bit more. Don't worry about can he do his job. You just do yours, and then Rick will be fine because he's going to work really hard at his own job.
You're going up against an opponent this week that changed quarterbacks 2 games ago as well, and Mason Heinschel has been lights out, right? Over 300 yards passing back-to-back games. He's got 6 touchdown passes, 1 interception. I don't need to tell you this. What stands out to you when you watch him on film and watch that Pitt offense on film?
He's a big time. He got a good arm. He can run. He's athletic. He's a leader. It's like he's not even a freshman. So it'll be fun to watch him. I can't wait to compete and play against him.
On the other side of the ball, they're really good at stopping the run. They're really good at getting after the quarterback. That's a good combination, right? They're a top 20 in sacks on the season. I think they're 8th in the country in rushing defense from a yards given up on the ground per game. As you look at trying to attack them, what stands out to you about the defense that you're going to go up against on Saturday?
I think they do a really good job of tackling. I think Kyle Lewis and that entire defense is really good football players. So we're excited about them, but we're going in there to try to be able to we got to try and be able to run the ball. We got to be able to pass the ball. We just got to have more points than them by the end of the game, and it's going to be a fun game. Dudes is a tough football coach, so it's a lot of stuff that we got to get done this weekend, and we're excited about being able to go up against this team coming in here, coming to the Dome to play us.
The way that last year's game went for the returning guys, does that add any motivation to the game this week for them? The fact that they remember what happened last year in Pittsburgh, or do we in the media kind of make too much of that? And it, new year, new team, and even though last year didn't go well, that doesn't factor into this game at all.
We just focus on the day at practice, and then we're gonna get ready for the next day. But we're playing Pitt, homecoming. It's a rival game, so just the fact that we playing them, it is what it is.
Coach, you talked about their defense. What are you expecting out of your defense in this game?
We're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to play football. They're going to play free. They're going to fly around, and we'll have a lot of fun.
Last one for me, it's homecoming weekend, Orange Central weekend they call it here at Syracuse. It's a night game. rival in town, conference game. It feels like a really important game to the rest of your season. First game of the second half of the year. Do you have any sort of message to the fans, about trying to get them to come out to this game to, support the team and maybe provide a little bit of a springboard here going into the second half of the year?
Yeah, we need y'all at the game. It's Saturday night. You don't have anything else to do. The club isn't opening up till about 12 anyway, so we need everybody to come to the game, come and enjoy, be loud. Let's make the dome extra, right? Let's get a lot of flags on their part because the dome is extremely loud. It's packed. I want it to be sold out. Like, I'm hoping that everybody could come and help sell this out for the second half of the year. So just everybody show up to the game. Come to the game. There's a lot of seats available. And we need everybody there. Need everybody's support. Come support us. Like, come. You ain't got nothing to do. Come down to the game. And let's have some fun. John, make the tickets a little cheaper for some of them or something. I'm not sure. But let's get everybody in. I want it packed. I want to see no open seats, right? It'd be really cool if there's no open seats at this game.
And come to the game, and then you can go out afterwards, right? That's got to be the plan. 7:30 kick inside the dome. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much. We'll see you over at Myers Creek later tonight.
All right, y'all be safe. Have a good night.
All right, you as well. Fran Brown joining us here on the show. Brought to you every week by
too old for the clothes.
Great Lakes Honda City.